I made a promise to someone that I would protect humankind with my life, that I would let no savagery, no prejudice, no sectarianism tear my people apart, that I would spend every breath of my life in uniting my people, the people of earth. And my very existence is the living manifestation of that promise. Don't make promises that you know not whether you will be able to keep. But once you do make a promise, keep it at all cost, even at the cost of your life, which is exactly the kind of promise I made, to give my life in the unification of humankind. Initially, I thought I would achieve that by erasing the religious barriers amongst people. Hence, in the beginning, I wrote ceaselessly on religion, but as I kept studying the tenets of the society, I came to realize that the barriers amongst people have invaded every aspect of life and society, much beyond the mere traditional bounds of religion. They have invaded the very lifeblood of society and have been tearing the society apart from inside out. I came to realize that the religion of the future is not going to be Christianity, Islam, Judaism, or any such traditional system. Rather, the religion of the future is going to be social justice. And the best way to shape the future is to envision it early on and start manufacturing it today. Thus, though initially the primary premise of my work was religion, eventually it acquired much wider and diverse societal roots. My purpose remains the same, that is, to unite all of humankind, my billions of sisters and brothers of earth. But I had to make a few changes to my approach based on the need of the time. As I kept evolving with my work, I started off as a scientist, but the needs of the society turned me into a reformer. Society needed not yet another scientist, it needed a reformer scientist, so I became one. All my life, my need has been to serve the need of the society. Need, mark you, not desire. There is a difference between what the society desires and what it really needs. Society may desire for more bigotry, more segregation, more rigidity, more separatism, but that's not what the society needs. A civilized society needs humility, not bigotry. It needs inclusion, not segregation. It needs reason, not rigidity. It needs assimilation, not separatism. Society means community. Society means unity. Society means sacrifice. If these forces run through your body like blood, then only you are a human. A heart that bleeds for others is the only human heart. All others are mere animal hearts. If you can starve to death while sharing your bread with others instead of appeasing your own hunger, that's the highest miracle of all. A true healer is not the one with magical powers, but the one who does everything in their power to help those in need. We don't need to memorize the Bible. You don't need to turn water into wine. You don't need to have an unlimited supply of bread in your basket to be a miracle worker. You just need to have the capacity to share the one bread you have with someone hungry. We have plenty of pompous ideologies and schools of thought, but if we don't have an everyday concern for our society, then they are all meaningless. People often ask me, I'm not a believer in the common sense of the term, so why don't I call myself an atheist? I tell them, that's because atheists place all importance on facts. I place all importance on people. As a scientist, I'm well aware, very much aware of the value of facts, but facts are never more important than the people. In fact, they are only valuable so long as they serve the welfare of people. In circumstances where facts go against the welfare of the people, a civilized human must always choose people over facts. Whether there is a supreme almighty or not is no concern of mine. All I care about is the upliftment of the humans by the humans. by me, you, and by every single creature who calls themselves human. The purpose of reason is not to churn this world cold, but to rid it of biases, of prejudice. Traditions are part of life, but they must evolve with time. If they don't, they become poison. We need to practice reason so that we can make way for warmth, and we need to practice warmth so that we can make way for reason. Reason and warmth must work as one force of humanity, not as separate constructs of the self-obsessed psyche. Warmth without reason leads to regress. Reason without warmth leads to lifelessness. When human reason and human warmth become one, self and society are bound to become one. We mustn't go back to living in caves by compromising all rationality, but at the same time, we mustn't practice rationality to such an extreme that we kill the very warmth of the human spirit. Light up your heart for others, and their smiles will take your pain away. It's the servants of the people who rule the world, not the rulers. In a civilized world, there is no my people and your people. It's all one people. Acceptance is simply love in practice. When you love, you accept. When you lack love, you judge. Wholeness means liberty, not external liberty, but internal liberty. Liberty from prejudice, liberty from discrimination, liberty from bigotry, from duality, and any kind of separatism. Wholeness is oneness, and oneness breeds harmony. Civilization starts with us. So if we want to build a just and humane civilization, we must be just and humane ourselves. Look in the mirror. Look. What do you see? Do you see an animal that just looks like human? Or do you see something more? Look deeply. Look beyond the shape and everything external. And you will witness an entire civilization in the shape of a human.